We're joined right now by the quarterback of the Green Bay Packers. He is a Super Bowl champion. He is a Super Bowl MVP. He is a two-time NFL MVP. He is an 8-time Pro Bowler. He is a member of the 2010s All-Decade Team. He is a friend of the program. He is appearing today, courtesy of FedEx and the FedEx ship-a-thon. He is Aaron Rodgers. Aaron, it is Thanksgiving week. You are in first place in the division. You're an MVP candidate. How is life for you right now, Aaron?
Jim, happy Thanksgiving. There's a lot to be thankful for sure. Definitely not just on the field stuff, but in this time with so many people having fear and the uncertainty and the changes of plans and the schedule being different. I'm definitely thankful for my health and my loved ones, and the fact that we're able to still play football.
It's such a good point. Aaron Rodgers is joining us. In fact, Aaron, to that point, if you were to go back to last weekend, I know you're looking ahead, and I'll hit you on that, but if you go back to that game last weekend, you and Philip Rivers were talking for a little bit, and you were laughing. I'm not going to ask you what you were talking about, but given how long you've been doing this and the thing you just referenced, the craziness in the world around us, how much more do you appreciate moments like that and getting to go up against a guy like that?
Yeah, I appreciate moments like that every time I get to play against somebody that I've, competed against and been in the league with for so long. He was drafted in 2004. I was drafted in 2005. We've been in the league for a long, long time, and I have a lot of respect for him and the way he's gone about his business, the way he plays, the type of competitor that he is. We were probably laughing about his kids. I think I asked him if they were working on number 9, and I realized I was behind, and they already had 9.
Wow.
They still haven't figured out how that works, I guess. But I have a lot of respect for him as a competitor, and that may have been the last time that we played against each other. So there were just some respect things I wanted to convey to him and let him know how much I've appreciated watching him play and competing against him a few chances.
Aaron Rodgers joining us. I have no idea how that works. I've got 2 kids, Aaron. They're good kids. We've had some help, and it's work. I have no idea how that works, how he manages that. Better man than I. So after the game, Aaron, Marquez Valdes-Scantling tweeted that he had received death threats after his fumble. Immediately after the game, you had his back quickly. What's your reaction when you hear a guy getting death threats over a mistake in a game?
Yeah, I would say that's extremely unnecessary. I understand the rooting interest in the game and how important it is to so many people, and it's really important to us too. But I think that's very unnecessary. I'm sorry I had to go through that. I'm sure if I was checking social media, I'm sure there would be plenty of games where that might have happened to me. But look, we've all made mistakes in situations that we're disappointed about. I was proud of Marquez. He had 2 really important plays for us at the end of both halves. We had a deep ball to him on in the 2-minute drill at the end of the first half. He got held. We got the ball on the 4-yard line, scored the next play. 3rd and 10, backed up in our own end zone. Threw a rainbow to him, around 3 guys. He came down with it to get us going on the drive. Obviously, he's disappointed about the fumble in overtime, but he was an important part of getting us there. And I'm a firm believer that one play doesn't win or lose games. There's so many opportunities throughout the game for us to have an impact. And I gave him a hug and told him to hang in there. And when it comes to other stuff, my advice to our guys would be maybe put down the social media, whether it's coming off a great game or coming off a game where you made a mistake.
Talking to Aaron Rodgers. Aaron, would you say put down the social media this time of year, or would you say put down the social media just generally speaking?
I'd say in general. I think the the hits that you think positively influence your hormone secretion in the moment is not worth in the long term. I think we've gotten as a society too caught up in kind of that instant reaction of whether it's likes or retweets or hearts on Instagram or whatever it might be. I think we need to first find your sense of self, your love of self inside of you, and I think that'll kind of free you from needing the personal gratification from that social media gives you. And look, we've all been there, and maybe you put out a funny tweet or a picture that you really like that thinks looks good to you. And yeah, it might feel good, but I think it's a dangerous slope to be on, to continue to need that instant gratification from the social media warriors and opinions people out there. So that's what I would tell them. You can't, and look, just in general, when it comes to playing our sport, you can't ride the roller coaster of when it's going great, you're going to look at everything, and when it's going bad, you're not looking at anything. That's just a really bad way to live. So I would say to all those guys, and I tease them all the time in the locker room, hey, put down the phone, let's have a conversation. I think that's going to give you more information and probably a better feeling than trolling and swiping for 20 minutes.
Trolling, swiping, and to your point, it's not a slippery slope. It's actually a dangerous slope. Dopamine, preach. I agree with all that. Aaron Rodgers is my guest. Aaron, you're working with FedEx today and the ship-a-thon. Lay it out for me. Exactly what is that all about?
Yeah, well, it's really just a big reminder, I think, to everybody that it's different this year. With health issues across the country. I think it's a good reminder that, hey, all you people that wait to the last minute, there's going to be some extra things shipped this year, and it's going to be a lot busier. So FedEx just wants to remind you to shop and ship early. And it actually was perfect for me because I've not only been accused, but been guilty of not getting some of my linemen, some of them, I'm talking about maybe one or two guys a year, their gifts might, until maybe the springtime, based on kind of getting some things late, and then us, parting ways once the season ends. So it was great this year to be able to partner with them, to not just remind people, hey, get out and shop and get your stuff shipped as quickly as possible, but to work with them to get my guys gifts before Thanksgiving, and Traeger grills and TaylorMade golf. It's been great partners as well.
All right, so I was going to ask you that. So, you're in front of it. You got your guys taken care of. I know what they mean to you. What did you get the fellas this year?
Yeah, I got them half and half. For the golfing guys, my longtime friends and partners at TaylorMade, got them, a club fitting VIP that's going to take place whenever they can make it out to the Kingdom. And with the Traeger grills, I got them the big Timberline 1300. It's a fantastic grill, and the guys are pretty stoked about it.
Yeah, essentially that's every guy's dream, right? You're one or the other. Either you're going to get your grub on, or you're going to play golf, and maybe you do both. Hey, really quickly, Aaron, if you wanted to, when you were done, because technically you're so inclined, and this is really easy for you, you could break games down, you can be an analyst. I'm not suggesting that you're going to be done anytime soon. I would hate to see that. But you did tell Pat McAfee recently, when I'm done, I want to be done. So, do you have a sense, have you even given that any thought? I know you're mindful, I know you're in the moment, but have you thought about what life looks like beyond football? What would you do?
Yeah, I definitely have. I think it's important for all of us to do it, regardless of how many years you've been in. I think you have to have other interests and other things to transition into. As I've seen, with many of my friends, it is a big transition, and there is a difficulty, I think, going from half of the year, your life being very regimented and knowing exactly when you have to be somewhere, and it's all about timing, and you're up early and you're doing things. I think in general, we all, want to feel like we have a purpose. And when the whistles stop blowing and you stop heading to the facility every morning, you have to find something else that can fill that void of competitiveness, but also give you something that feels like you're doing something and you have a purpose. And I've thankfully, been a part of a lot of great causes and organizations, and worked with some great charities over the years, which I'm really looking forward to continuing. There's also other interests that I have. Traveling is very important.
Sure.
But I have a lot of things that I've set up in my business and personal life for when that time comes, and I look forward to doing something else. I've given so much to the game from a physical standpoint, from a mental standpoint, that's why I said that on Pat's show the other day. Was, I feel like when I'm done, I'll be done. I'd love to come on and talk to you every now and then and talk to Pat, but
good.
But I don't have any desire to be involved in the game past that.
You are always welcome to come on this show, and I will always ask the question. Aaron Rodgers, quarterback for the Packers, and appearing courtesy of FedEx and the FedEx Ship-a-thon. Aaron, great to have you back. Appreciate you very much. You know that. Always good to talk to you, Aaron. Thank you.